Hi, Mr. Mortgage here. It's April 16th. Today we're going to talk about foreclosures. Foreclosures are key to trying to figure out where this housing market's going, when it's going to hit bottom. They're key for banks, they're write-downs. They're key if you would like to buy a home at a reduced price or try to get into the foreclosure market, because chances are there are kind of some deals out there. People ask me all the time, has housing hit bottom and where's this market going and should I buy right now? And I always say yes. Interest rates are low, everybody has jobs, China's picking up the slack, and housing prices have come down so far, they couldn't go further. Psych! Actually, I'm trying out for my new position there on CNBC. You'll read in the media, and you have for a long time, that, hey, how much lower can it go? And all those reasons I just cited for housing not going any further. And, we're closer to the end than we are the beginning. Of course we're closer to the end than we are the beginning, because every day you wake up, you're closer to the point out there in time that housing will bottom, because eventually it will bottom, several years or whatever from now. So actually, they're not lying to you in that regard, but I don't know if it's something to celebrate. I mean, every morning I get up, I'm closer to dying, and I don't celebrate that. That was pretty deep. Getting into foreclosure data, I want to use California. I'm going to use Foreclosure Radar. If you go onto the website, foreclosureradar.com, you can get a monthly foreclosure report where you can see the data yourself. It's free. It's really good. I'm not going to use RealtyTrack because I just don't trust the data. So let's talk about California. We can extrapolate results out for Nevada, Arizona, and Florida, the other foreclosure hotbeds and bubble states, off of the foreclosure information in the state of California, because it's all pretty similar. In California, there were 27,541 foreclosure filings. That's when the home goes to auction. There were 42,704 notices of default. Those are people 90 days plus late on their mortgage. That's prior to the foreclosure filing. That means there's 150% more people that have just gone 90 days late on the mortgage than all the foreclosures combined in the month of March. That is staggering. That means there's a wave of foreclosures coming. I can't tell you which lenders they are or what program types they are. That's for a paid service we have coming out in the next 30 days, more geared towards hedge funds, so they can get a jump on which lenders and which banks out there are being hurt the most. But, it doesn't really matter. What I can tell you is they are not, the majority of the new notices of default, the wave coming, is not subprime, and it's not fixed rate loans. The data are real revealing, and the data do not lie. Total, 70,246 early mid-stage foreclosure filings. That's if you add up the notice of default and the foreclosure filings by itself. Now, if you wanted to put that in perspective, there were only 20,513 homes sold in the state of California for the month of February. We don't have March data out. That comes out Wednesday and Thursday of next week for home sales. So we have to use February apples to kind of apples, okay? But that's 350% more foreclosure filings than total homes sold in the state of California the month prior. That is absolutely insane. 42,704 notices of default in the month of March alone. That is insane. Now those are going to hit 60 to 90 days from now and turn into foreclosure filings. Chances are, this month in April coming up here, they're going to be the same, if not greater. The notices of default are accelerating. That is a very bad thing, because 80% of those turn into foreclosures down the road. Now, all new homes sold for the entire 10-state region were 13,000 new homes, 55,000 existing homes, 68,000 total homes in the 10-state region, versus 70,000 foreclosure filings in just the state of California in March. That means there are more foreclosure activity than all new homes sold in California alone in a 10-state region. I mean, those numbers are staggering and tell you that when the summer months come and more supply hits and foreclosures are accelerating, that supply and demand fundamentals. Home prices have to come down to compensate. Interest rates sure are not complying. We have decent rates on Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac $417,000 loans, but in the mid fives to high fives. But the new Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac jumbo programs, the 6.5% to 7%, just totally unreasonable. You just don't buy a home with a California jumbo property with 7% 30-year fixed mortgages. You know, people just can't afford it. You have to make 200 grand a year to afford it. Getting deeper, only 2.3% of foreclosed homes sold at auction. 97.7 went back and were bought back by the bank for future sale at a discount. Now, at the auction, 21% of the homes, on average, the homes had a discount of 21%. 39% of the homes had a discount of 30% or greater. Where does that leave the second mortgage holder? Basically, if there's a second mortgage on the property, it's totally wiped out. That's why these second mortgages are worth nothing. 3 to 5 cents on the dollar that all these banks hold. Wells Fargo, $85 billion. Bank of America and Chase, $100 billion each. Because when the home's foreclosed, the second mortgage lender doesn't do anything. That's a great example of this right here. So, foreclosure activity hit a record high in March. Much greater than the sale activity, all the sale activity combined. That tells you that going forward, chances are home prices are going to drop. Foreclosure activity directly relates to home prices. If banks are out there discounting a home just like yours, 5 houses down in your neighborhood, that is going to drag down the property of your home. It is what it is. So it's real important you keep track of this. Again, go to Foreclosure Radar and get the information monthly. It'll really help. That's it. I hope you liked the video. This is the March Foreclosure Report. I'll have one out next month. I've put up a blog, www.mrmortgage.typepad.com. I try to keep it updated daily with all sorts of cool stuff that's out there, and I've heard good things about it. Thank you very much. If you like my video, rate it high. I'll be back at you soon with more about affordability on housing, plus some information on the Fed about what kind of loans are defaulting. Alt-A stuff is real getting nasty right now, and I'll show you that right on their own website. Back at you soon, and don't believe the hype. Bye-bye.